So at this point, once you master the way that these motifs are joined, you can literally make anything out of this. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to learn how to join this motif onto other motifs, as you can see here, to make a collection of them so that they can be functional in order to make maybe a full project, maybe shorts, a jacket, a sweater. I'm just giving you ideas of what you can make out of this, a bag, whatever it is. I'm actually recording this video the same exact day that I recorded this tutorial. So for those who haven't yet checked out the very first part of this video, I'll be leaving the link on the screen there. Just tap there, it will take you straight to the full tutorial of how to make this motif from start to finish. Now if you can also go down into the description box below and you'll find the link to this video. This will be like part 2 of this video because this is part 1, and now we're going to learn how to bring different motifs to be joined. Now once you get this motif done, you're going to go back to the same exact tutorial and then you work the first 3 rounds of the motif, and then you'll come back to this video and we learn how to join the 2 motifs together using the very last color. So for me, I have my motif here and I am introducing my last color, which is white. As you can see here, I really advise you to have the same exact color for the boundary so that we can have the boundary color blend in very well. It's the edging color. So grab your white yarn and we're going to make a slip knot. Then we are going to attach our yarn in any of the corners. So here, that's where I'm attaching my yarn, and I'm chaining 1. Now you're going to single crochet into the same exact corner where you attached your yarn. And then if you want this side to be the one to attach onto this motif, you can go ahead and do that, but I'm going to just work one side and then the next side will be the one to attach to the motif. So after your single crochet here, you're going to chain 5, single crochet into the next chain 1 space, chain 5, single crochet into the next chain 1 space, chain 5, and single crochet into the corner. So once you have that, you are going to create that little loop that we created on the very first motif. So you're going to, instead of chaining 5 this time, you're going to chain 3 and then remove your hook and get any of the corners of the next, this motif where you want to join your new motif, and then go into that loop. Make sure your work is facing the right side, and then insert your hook, pull through this loop like that, and then you're going to chain 2. So remember here we had chained 3 and then plus these 2 chains, that's a total of 5, and then you're going to go into the same exact chain 2 space with a single crochet. So as you can see, we've created the loop, but at the same time we have joined the 2 motifs together. So from here, you are going to chain 3 instead of 5, remove your hook, go into the next loop on this finished motif, and then pull through this loop like that to join, and then you chain 2 more to make a total of 5. And then you're going to go into the next chain 1 space on this motif that we are working on. So in other words, the best way to explain it is we are doing the same exact thing that we did for the first motif. The only difference is this time we are joining it to a motif that's already finished. That means instead of chaining 5, you just chain 3 and join, and chain 2 more to make a total of 5. Then let's do that again. Chain 3, because usually we would have just done a chain of 5 and then single crocheted into the next chain 1 space, but we are not going to do that because we have to join. And if you do that, you can see we don't have a joining on these loops. So instead of chaining 5, you just chain 3, leave a loop on this side, and then go into the loop that's adjacent to that loop on the opposite motif. After that, you're going to chain 2 more like that, and then single crochet into the next chain 1 space. So that's what we have. And then you're going to chain 3, remove your hook, go into the loop on the opposite motif, pull through that loop like that, and then chain 2 more like that, and then go into the chain 2 space, which is the next corner, and place a single crochet. And then you're going to chain 3. We are not yet done joining. You're going to chain 3 here, remove your hook, and then go into this loop, the one in the corner. Then you're going to attach, just pull through that loop, and then you're going to chain 2 more to make a total of 5, and then single crochet into the same exact space. So at this point, we are done with attaching the 2 motifs on this side, and from here onwards we are going to just continue to chain 5. And now we are chaining 5 because we are no longer joining the motifs together. So chain 5, single crochet into the next loop, chain 5, single crochet into the next loop, chain 5, single crochet into the next. Sorry, I'm calling them loops. This should be single crochet into the next chain 1 space. Sorry about that. So after this, you're going to chain 5, and don't forget this is a corner. That means the next single crochet is in the same exact space in order to create that small loop here. So after that, you're going to chain 5, single crochet into the next chain 1 space, chain 5, and single crochet into the next chain 1 space. And now we have this space, so you're going to chain 5 and single crochet into that space, but this is a corner. That means we are not yet done with our row. We have to chain 5 again, and then single crochet, sorry, slip stitch into the very first single crochet that you made for your round. So just make a slip stitch there, and then you're going to chain 1 and cut your yarn. So that marks the end of the very first joining of one motif to the other. So as you can see, we now have 2 motifs that are joined together. So I'm going to be demonstrating that again using the next motif here, and then I'll show you how to join a motif in case you have to join 2 sides. So alright, so in case you need to join a motif here, because I'm creating a scenario where you have 3 and then you need to join this 4th one when you have 2 sides to join together. So let me go ahead and attach my yarn in any of the corners like this. All right, so after attaching your yarn, you're going to make a single crochet in the same exact corner. We are basically going to do the same exact process as we did for the second motif, so I'm not going to be very slow, don't worry about that. Single crochet into the same space, then you're going to chain 5, single crochet into the next chain 1 space, chain 5, single crochet into the next chain 1 space, chain 5, single crochet into the corner. Now this is a corner, that means it will get a loop. So chain 5, and okay, if I'm going to join this side to here, I'm going to just chain 3 instead of 5. So chain 3, and now I want this side to attach to here. So after my chain of 3, I am going to find the middle section of these 2 motifs. So I'm going to just stretch it out a little bit, and you'll see that loop that is created here. And that's the loop that I'm going to go into. And then pull through this loop like that, and then chain 2 more and single crochet into the same exact space. So you can see, you just find the intersecting point of the 2 motifs at this point, and then you squeeze another motif in there. That way we are going to create a floral motif in the middle section of the motifs, of the square motifs. So after this, you're going to chain 3, remove your hook, and then go into the next loop on the opposite side, attach, chain 2 more, and then single crochet in the next chain 1 space. And then you're going to chain 3, remove your hook, go into the next loop on the opposite side, pull through that loop, and then chain 2 more and single crochet into the next chain 1 space. Then chain 3, remove your hook, attach into the next loop, chain 2 more and single crochet into the next corner. So we've reached the corner and we are not yet done attaching. After this, you're going to chain 3, remove your hook, attach into this loop on the opposite side, chain 2 more and single crochet into the same exact space. So single crochet there. So the best case scenario is that I use 2 contrasting colors, so just watch and make sure you're placing your single crochets in the right spot. So after this, that means we are done joining our 3rd motif to this motif here, and from now onwards we are just going to continue to chain 5, single crochet into the next chain 1 space, chain 5, single crochet into the next chain 1 space, chain 5, single crochet into the next chain 2 space. So this is a corner, that means we chain 5 and then single crochet into the same exact corner to create that loop. So after this, you are going to chain 5, single crochet into the next chain 1 space, chain 5, single crochet into the next chain 1 space, and then we are going to chain 5, single crochet into the last space, and then we are not yet done, so you're going to chain 5 and slip stitch into the first single crochet of the round. Just make a slip stitch there, and you're going to chain 1 and cut your yarn. Alright, so we are done with the 3rd joining, as you can see. So this is exactly what I wanted to get to. I wanted to get to a position where I have to fill in this gap so that I can teach you how to do that. So you're going to just go ahead and make your 3 rounds of the next motif. So the moment you're done with around 2 motifs, 3 motifs, you'll be able to just go ahead and do the other motifs without even watching the video, I guess. So for the 4th motif, If we place it here, that means it's going to join onto this motif on this side, and then onto this motif on this side, and then these other sides will remain hanging. So you're going to make a slip knot just like we've been doing before. Join into any of the corners and make a single crochet there, and then you're going to chain 5, single crochet into the next chain 1 space, chain 5, single crochet into the next chain 1 space, chain 5, and then you're going to single crochet into the very first corner. Sorry, this will be the second corner. The first one is here. So after this, you're going to chain 3 and we are going to start joining. So what I want to do is to start joining from here, and then we shall go like this. So after your chain of 3, you're going to attach into the corner of the motif where you want to join your second motif, chain 2 more, and then single crochet into the same space to create that small loop. Chain 3, attach into the next loop, and by now I think you know when I say attach, you just remove your hook and insert it into the adjacent loop on the opposite side. So chain 2 more and then single crochet into the next chain 1 space, and then you're going to chain 3, attach, chain 2 more, and then single crochet into the next chain 1 space. And you can see what that is creating. We are joining, and the joinings are very neat but uniform. So after that, you're going to chain 3, remove, attach, and then chain 2 more, and then go into the next corner, which is this one. You're going to place a single crochet in there. So this is a corner, that means it has to create that little loop. So instead of chaining 5, you're going to chain 3 and then find the intersecting area of these motifs. So when you stretch it out, you can see this space here, and you're going to go into it and pull through this loop to attach, and then chain 2 more and single crochet into the same exact chain space. And that is what we've created, as you can see here. And now we are going to start joining this side onto this side, because that was the original plan. So you're going to chain 3, remove your hook, attach into the next loop on the second motif. Now we've crossed over from the other motif, and then you're going to chain 2 more and single crochet into the next chain 1 space. So look at what we have, you guys. Like, we don't have to actually create a floral motif in the middle here. The loops themselves, crossing and joining onto themselves, creates that floral effect in the middle of the squares. So let's continue. You're going to chain 3, attach, and then chain 2 more, and then single crochet into the next chain 1 space. Chain 3, attach into the next loop, chain 2 more, and single crochet into the next chain 2 space, because this is a corner, that means it's a chain 2 space, and we are not yet done attaching. So you're going to chain 3, remove your hook, and go into this very last loop, that tiny loop, and attach and chain 2 more, and you're going to single crochet into the same exact space. So this is what we have so far. And now, from now onwards, we are just going to continue with our pattern. Chain 5 and single crochet into the next chain 1 space. So chain 5, single crochet into the next chain 1 space, chain 5, single crochet into the next chain 2 space, and this is a corner. That means we chain 5 again and slip stitch into the very first single crochet that you made for your round. Just make a slip stitch there, and you're going to chain 1 and cut your yarn, and that marks the end of the 4th motif. So I've taken you from having 1 motif to 2 motifs to 3 and then 4. So at this point, once you master the way that these motifs are joined, you can literally make anything out of this. You can make a bag, you can make a scarf, shorts, top, whatever it is. And in my next video, I have gotten a request to make something that's triangular, something that's half of this motif, and also show how to join it. So I'm going to be preparing for that tutorial in my next video. We are going to stick to this until we are done with making something out of this motif. So just stay tuned for the series that we are going to go through in order to learn how to make this stitch and also make it functional for different projects. So if you happen to use this tutorial to make anything, make sure you tag me in your finished project. And I hope you guys liked this tutorial. Make sure you leave a comment down below to let me know how it went for you, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.